YouTube shit weird. So a little more stuff. I can't even tell if it's live yet.
It says live on YouTube on my thing.
Oh wow.
You waiting for the record, right?
Well, you were so smart. I forgot all about the record.
Ooh.
I ain't smart.
All right, there you go.
Hey, welcome to a whole nother episode of Talk Heavy. Once again, I'm your boy Scoop Burgundy.
It's your boy Taj.
Oh wow. Just call me Rob.
It is Scotty.
It's V.
It's Tierra.
And today we got a full show on the docket. We got DjAktive coming through. We're going to talk about Meg Thee Stallion, tragic situation. We're going to talk about Mika Milano breakup. We got a Talk Heavy court coming up with Scott versus Taj. I mean, listen, just stay tuned. Strap your seatbelts on because it's going to be a bumpy ride today. That's all I got to say. So,
Man, he ain't never won, so.
you know,
You
we
early
starting
with
already.
What's it? I ain't got too much talking, man.
Could be a first time for everything. Maybe not. You know.
Well, listen, let's talk about somebody who clearly wasn't winning a fight and he decided to shoot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot.
And the pinky toe.
We don't know if that's what happened. We don't know. But Meg Thee Stallion allegedly was injured from a gunshot by Tory Lanez. Now, people out there, they have a petition to deport Tory Lanez. What are you guys' thoughts on the whole situation? First, her getting shot by Tory Lanez, the jokes that happened behind it, and him being threatened to be deported. I'm gonna start with one of our ladies. Tiara, let's what are your thoughts on?
First of all, do I think Tory Lanez shot Meg Thee Stallion? Yes, I do. I definitely think he did.
Allegedly.
I definitely think he did, allegedly, because I watched her live, and on the live, I feel like she had plenty of opportunity to clear up the naysayers, the people who were like, Tory Lanez shot you, and she didn't take that opportunity. So, his reputation is kind of going down, is getting ruined a little bit. People are kind of just like trash talking him. And she had a chance to kind of nip that in the bud, and she didn't take it. She didn't, so I do think he was the person who shot her. Do I think that he deserves to be deported over that? Not necessarily. I don't think that the petition is really something that we should put our focus on at this point in time, because there are a lot of other things that are going on that I feel like we should be petitioning for. We shouldn't be petitioning for Tory Lanez to get deported.
So, I'm going to throw something out there. There's a lot of people who say that our Black women are not protected the way that they should be protected. And if we sweep something like this under the rug, then where do we start? Thoughts? Anybody?
Hold on. What? Who is to say that Meg wasn't getting protected? Who is to say that Tory wasn't the one that needed protecting? Who is to say? Who is to say that? We just was talking about it before we started.
Needed protection.
Yeah, hold on. He's 5'3", V. He's a midget. Excuse me. I'm gonna be politically correct. Hold on, my fault. Yeah, I apologize to all
you slipped
people
up
out here. You know what I'm
And
saying?
the whole time is going on here.
You know, I support the midget community. I do.
The midget community?
But Tory Lanez,
little people.
He's a little person. Tory Lanez is one of those little people. Meg Thee Stallion is 7'5". Okay, we can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know, she's a small forward for the Lakers.
It looks like your blood is boiling, your eyes are rolling. What do you have to say to that?
So I just don't see how, regardless of her size, for what purpose do you need to shoot somebody at a pool party? Like, I really genuinely need to understand what circumstances are deemed appropriate to shoot somebody. And this is rich people problems. Keep that in mind, not broke people problems. Then on top of that, what is deemed appropriate? Because once you get to, okay, you have a list of what's deemed appropriate to shoot somebody. Why on earth do you need to shoot a woman at a, like, I just don't understand like your logic behind that. Like, I don't get that. Like, I understand she's bigger than him, but he had a gun.
Hold on. Me and Meg is the same height. I wear a size 12, V. Now, if she putting that size 12 in Tory Lane's face, you don't think he gonna shoot them feet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
do a feet.
If she's stomping her out, if she's stomping Tory out, you don't think, you know what I mean? What she had butters on, V? The butters.
See, here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Oh my God.
What's the problem, Todd?
We're not supposed to shoot our black women. What are we doing?
Why did everybody's eyebrows go up? Literally everybody.
Gosh. What?
What? As the old folks would say, we are living in our last days. What is this world coming to?
Hey, Bishop.
It comes into a time where we have to shoot a woman?
Right.
So soft, so smooth. We're not supposed to shoot our women.
This is very non-misogynistic of you, Todd.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
You're getting compliments.
I'm shocked.
Well, Taj, I feel you. I feel where you're coming from. But now we got to think about what really happened that we know so far. One, it didn't happen at the actual party. It happened in the car, right? Wasn't it in the car? That's why she was sliding up and Tory Lanez was on the ground.
I mean, it was in the car outside of where the party was, and it was a pool party.
Yeah, but the car is the scene inside the car.
Okay, gotcha.
Inside the car.
It's a pool
Meg
party.
is 7'8", sitting the fuck down, and Tory Lanez is 5'2", 120, and if she going here with his face. That's a grown man. This not wrestling. This is not Rey Mysterio versus the Big Show, and he just gonna come up and he gonna make a way. If she hit him first, then he got the right to reply to it.
Hey,
As a grown man, you should
You-
restrain yourself enough
No,
where
no.
you don't
but
pull
he's
out
not
your weapon.
grown, Todd.
and
He's just a
shoot.
man.
He's
He's not even
a
grown.
baby.
He's right. He's not even.
He's the same size as my son.
Right.
Y'all making a lot of excuses for him.
That's what
Yes,
I feel.
that's
It's
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying.
excuses. All I'm hearing is
even if she was beating the bricks off of him, how did she deserve to get shot? And then how she get twice in that? She got
I'm
shot
getting
both
beat.
of her feet.
I'm getting beat. Why does she deserve to get shot? Because she's beating him? What kind of question is that?
Right.
Why are you bringing a gun to a fist fight? You can just take your
snap.
whipping and keep it pushing.
It sounds
No,
like.
that's dumb. That's not real life anywhere. You don't just take your ass whooping and keep it pushing. Because if it was girl versus girl, you might say, "Oh, get your ass whooped and keep it pushing." If it was man
Yes,
versus
I
man,
would.
no, you wouldn't. If a girl starts
Yes,
beating
I
your ass,
would. Like,
if a
I'm
girl
not
beating
gonna
your
pull
ass,
a gun out on somebody because they're
Yes.
beating me up.
B.
yes.
Now I know. I
That's
just said some
punk
things.
shit. Like, what?
Just shoot somebody,
I'm
you
shooting
get your
it.
ass
You are
whooped.
that pussy that you
You
can't
supposed-
take an ass whooping. You
supposed to
gotta
die?
shoot
Why
somebody.
should I take an
That's some
ass?
pussy ass shit.
Hold
Wait,
up,
wait.
hold up. Everybody hold. Go ahead, V. Talk heavy.
No, I'm saying that's some pussy ass shit. Like, I just don't get it. You're getting your ass beat with 2 fists and you decide to pull a gun out? Like,
A
that's
gun
not
on a
fair
woman?
fight. That's
There's no
fucking
such thing
insane.
as a fair
That's
fight.
pussy as fuck. Like, what
the hell
kind
is
of
a fair fight?
shit is that?
Hold on. Let's just talk about
And
how
then
you're
on
using the
top of
word.
that, there's so many other options you could use in that circumstance. Take Megan out of it, and let's just say it really was a dude, right? He could have hit that nigga upside the head with anything in the car. You do not have to shoot somebody because they're beating you up. You just take your ass whooping like a fucking man and keep it pushing. You don't have to
On
shoot
Friday,
somebody.
my man said, "You win some, you lose some,
You lose,
but you live to fight another day."
And if you
Straight
can't
Debo
take
with
an
a
ass
brick.
whooping, you pussy. I'm sorry.
Wait.
He
First
hit
of
Debo
all,
with a brick.
wait, hold on, Keith. I got you,
What the
Keith.
fuck are we talking about?
Keith, I got you, Keith.
Debo
She
was
using the
neighborhood
word. I hear you using the word pussy a lot, and like
okay.
I hear you using the word pussy a lot, V. And now, from my knowledge, the pussy is a very powerful thing.
Hold on.
Coming from the woman, it births children. It take dick. You know what I'm saying? But you using it very derogatory. What's up
No,
with
you're
that?
right. You're right.
What's
You're
up
right.
with
You're
that,
right.
V? I'm just saying, you talking about all this, you want the equality to protect the black woman, but you out here using the word pussy.
No, you're right. You're right. I used it in derogatory terms. So let me reword myself. That's some weak ass shit.
Oh, okay.
But hold on, Scotty. How many times you got in a fight out on the street and the referee came up and said, "Hold on, it's gonna be a fair fight, ladies and gentlemen." Hands right there.
Who
No
said that a
sense
referee
in a fair fight
needed
in
to
the
be there?
street.
You need to just
You
take
learn
your
that at a
ass
young
home and
age.
keep it pushing.
You do anything to win the fight. Anything you got to do to win the fight, you use to win the fight in the street. You don't say.
So you shooting your girl in the foot twice.
Who said that's his girl?
Okay,
My
you
girl-
shooting
my
a
girl
girl in the foot twice.
If my girl 7 foot and she whipping my ass in the car and that's the only I can get to, yeah.
That's where you're going with it. Okay. We see where you guys at with it. We see where the ladies at with it. Now, after the whole situation happened, there were onslaught of jokes on social media. What are y'all thoughts on that? Were people too insensitive? Should they have checked on Meg first? Or is it all fair game?
All fair game.
Yeah.
It's the internet. I'm a woman, don't make fun of me. Oh, shut up. What the fuck? I'm a woman, so you mess me up. It'd be like a girl that would tweet that, right? Retweet it, y'all some suckers. And then her next tweet would be her bitting on the situation, or her talking about somebody, or her making fun of something. If you're gonna keep that energy, keep the energy all the way around. If you're not gonna talk about people, don't talk about people. But the internet is not a real place. You get on the internet to bid, you get on the internet to be an asshole. Take that shit. That's it. That's all. Meg, stop. She got on live to cry. I'm not taking it. You got on live.
I feel your energy, Tiara. You want to say something?
B?
All right, so
My fault.
listen. I think certain jokes that were aimed towards her were a little below the belt. At the same time, though, I do agree with Keith. Like, it's the internet. I go on Twitter because I want to laugh. And Black Twitter takes everything to the next level. So it's entertainment to me. I don't live the life of, these celebrities out here. So when certain things do happen, it's like, oh, okay, like, that's funny. So I do understand where Keith is coming from on that. Do I think that certain people took like 50 Cent, maybe took it a little too far? Yes, I do.
That picture wasn't funny though?
It was, like I said, I did I laugh? Yeah, I laughed.
But you laughed.
Was the picture that made
I feel like as a celebrity, you just have to accept what comes with it. Like, I understand why Meg feels the type of way, but at the same time, when you're going through something like this, why are you on social media anyway? Like, you're a celebrity. You know that you're well known. You know this is going to be talked about. So it's like, who's on your team that's even telling you this to begin with? Like, I don't feel like, I understand why she felt the type of way, and I understand why she was hurt, but I just don't feel like she should have put herself in that position to deal with that anyway. And then also to kind of like guilt trip everybody for joking, because kind of like her and Keith just said, like, the internet is literally just a big bid, like, especially on Twitter. Y'all remember World War III? Niggas had a field day with World War III. Like, and we legit thought we were going to war. Like, all jokes aside, like, we legit thought we were going to war. And they tore Black Twitter apart because all we did was make jokes about it. Like, that's just what it is.
And they put the crying Jordan face on the earth when they thought a meteor was coming to they was drawing. They wrapped out.
So I guess we all agree that Meg should take the good with the bad. And some people did take it too far, but
I feel like the best way that Megan should have rebutted all of this, like people talking about her and stuff, is in her music. Like, I felt like it was just, I don't want to say corny, because I understand you just got shot and you're going through a traumatic experience, but I just feel like it would have been better and received better had she had put it in her music. Similar to like with the whole Beyonce thing, when everybody was saying like, oh, she didn't carry her baby, or oh, she got a surrogate, or like, saying all this crazy stuff about how she looked crazy and her hair was wild. Beyonce never replied, but she replied in her album, So it was kind of like, I feel like Megan should have done the same.
She had to make it sexy for people to fuck
with.
Can I,
so go ahead.
Can I ask a question for 5 minutes before we get our special guest? Do you believe, like, though I have the stance that I'm shooting her in the foot, like in real life I'm not gonna shoot her in the foot, like I'm ducking back, but like if the situation got down to it, I mean, pow, But do you believe that people who take that stance and people who make these jokes don't believe in protecting our black women? Because I feel as though it's like people are using that black women can't do no wrong. Because like we don't know what happened in the situation. It is attack Tory Lanez, don't talk about Kylie, Meg, boo-hoo. Like, I believe Meg should be protected. I'm not happy that she got shot in her foot, but like we need to know the whole story. And it shouldn't just go like, well, he probably did it, so we don't like him. So are we not protecting our black women?
Nah, no, they definitely are very unprotected. On a serious note, we really talking about it from a serious note.
Are you speaking specific on this scenario or in general?
Scenario right now, because this is what all I've been hearing from.
Because in general, black women are definitely not being protected properly, like Scotty said. But in this situation, I mean, I feel like if it was alleged that Tory shot anybody, it would have like he would have gotten a lot of backlash for that, just because of the circumstance of it happening. Like I don't really see what, even if they brought us footage of what happened, I just genuinely can't think of a scenario in my head that makes sense as to how it was excusable for Megan to get shot in that circumstance.
Todd, you think black women protected, Todd?
I don't feel that they're protected, you know. But all I can do is do my part and make sure I protect the women that I know, you know.
First of all, me or you don't believe what the fuck you saying right now.
Nobody does.
Speak your mind, Todd. What is going on? It's not the time I know.
He's sneaking oatmeal cream pies and shit. What's going on?
Listen. I don't believe our black women are protected, but all I can do is my part. You know, Scotty, whether you believe it or not, is the truth.
Okay.
My job is to deliver the truth, and you do whatever you want to do with my truth.
Okay.
All right.
I respect it.
Okay.
Well, me personally, I think that just like I mean, what Taj was saying, all I can do is my part. Do I believe that our black women are by majority unprotected? Yes, I do believe so. You know what I'm saying? I believe there is a lot of black men out there though that are protected women that don't get enough credit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black men that are willing to stand up for our black women, and you know, and a lot of people. It's a lot of people that are protected, but by majority, if you're looking at the whole total picture, then I think you know you can always say that our women by majority are not protected.
I definitely think that I do believe though that people go in on black men a little too much, especially on social media, and especially from black women. I can't discount anybody's individual experience. And I would never try to minimize somebody's experience with black men. However, people do paint a very broad picture of how black men are and how ain't shit they are and how terrible they are. And if I didn't know any better, and if I was insecure about myself and I went online and seen all the stuff, that would make me feel really bad. But I got people who, you know, validate me, and I validate myself too, but I got people who uplift me, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely think we got to ease up on the negativity surrounding black men and start talking about the more positive aspects of us too. You can't go all in negatively and not touch on the positive either. That's so.
Right.
There's a hell of a lot of pregnant women right now for it to be a lot of ain't shit niggas. That's all I got to say.
There you go. I knew he was coming out. I knew he was slowly creeping up. That's
There's a hell of a lot of pregnancies going on. It's a hell of a lot of pregnancies going on for these ain't shit niggas though. But that's my piece.
Well, speaking of pregnancy, you know, our guest should be tapping in any moment now. We have the one and only DjAktive coming up pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? He should be tapping in real soon. But what were you about to say something?
You said speaking of pregnancy?
Speaking of pregnancy, somebody that just had their baby. You got Mika Milano, right?
Okay.
Just had a baby, right? Now, speaking
you
of
did not have to disrespect his transition like that. Who's out here doing the Lord's work and you just going?
That's right. Speaking of pregnancy, they listen. The baby can't even hold the head up yet, and they already done broke that. Now, that's a lot of people are mad at Meek Mill for the way that he went about announcing the breakup. He went on the internet. He said, me and Milano, we deciding that we just gonna co-parent. We good. We getting this out the way. All love on my side, all love on her side. What are y'all thoughts on that? On
Woman first.
I mean, I didn't expect anything more out of Meek. So, like, I wasn't surprised they broke up. I mean, his announcement is Meek Mill, so it's kind of like I don't expect him to articulate himself the best. So it's kind of like, that's the best he could do, then go for it.
Can we talk about the fact that he decided? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So the fact that he decided that it was appropriate to make an announcement about them separating, but the whole time that they were dating, people were kind of left in the shadows. Like, what's going on? Like, are they dating? Are they not dating? Like, he didn't really formally announce that she was his girlfriend to begin with. So why did he feel the need to come out and be like, all right, we're gonna be separated?
But if they never was together.
You know why? That's a good point too, Scotty. But you know why? Because if they were to break up and people would have found out, it would have just fell through the grapevine. Then people would have been like, "Oh, me, he never even addressed that they was together. So of course he's not going to address that they broke up." Oh, so what he decided to do is put out a statement before all the speculation and everything came out behind it, so that he could just stand on it and he can say what it is before everybody else formulate their opinion. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what I
No,
believe.
you let them off too easy.
The only thing, listen, the only thing, because I went and I followed Milano and I saw her post that she put up where she said that she would never really speak publicly on things that are happening in her private life. So it was like, okay, this is her stance. Why did he feel the need to do it?
Because he's the famous.
Because he's a smart.
Right, he's the one who's famous.
Sorry, but he's the one that's famous.
We're not going to disrespect Milano like that now.
So
She's got the name for
absolutely-
herself.
It's not disrespect.
To her. And she's very successful in her own right, in her field. But he is the star in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So
he's the bigger star.
He's the bigger star in the situation and has I can say the bigger brand to protect. You know what I mean? So that goes without saying. That's why it had to be put out. It was going to be talked about regardless.
But is he going to be the butt of the jokes, though? Is my point. Meek Mill.
Okay.
Why should he be the butt of a joke?
Because people are. That's because he's always saying some shit that don't make sense. But what I'm saying
Tell us
is,
how you really feel.
What I'm saying is, people are kind of looking at the situation with her a little sideways. Like, one, I feel like personally, why get in this relationship with her? She's pregnant now. Now y'all have a kid. She could have, found the man of her dreams, pretty much.
While she was pregnant, the Meek Mill's baby? I can't agree with you on that one.
Hold on, first
No. I'm saying before she got pregnant.
Somebody agreed to unprotected sex. So that's on her. That's her fault. Y'all
but you know what? Maybe he was the man of her dreams at that time.
Yeah.
And now he may not be. How many of us thought we was gonna be with our first love forever? Huh? Thought we could never gonna break up. Look, guess what? You ain't with him now. You thought they was the best thing since water in the bottle.
Since water in the bottle.
Water wasn't always in the bottle.
I've never heard anybody use that analogy. Got you?
That's why they call him CEO Taj. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's
all he said about that.
But in reference to like the point you were saying in reference to like why he didn't acknowledge the relationship at the beginning, I didn't think from that perspective, but at the same time, I think they both were very private in the sense like, yeah, they posted stuff together, but I also think that they wanted to keep their relationship fairly private, and it got to a point where they couldn't anymore. Because honestly, if people weren't like pressing for it, I don't think Meek would have ever came out and necessarily said like, oh, this is whatever. And I don't think she would have either. Because I feel like they're private people.
All right.
I think they are private people, and I think they were taking a private route. Now, a lot of people would say she was a secret. It do seem like she was a secret, but they were out and about at like they got what's that, paparazzi pictures together and shit from when she was pregnant. So she wasn't a complete secret. It just was about like, yeah, we together, but we ain't about to announce it and confirm it to the world. We know we together. You know what I'm saying? But then in the case of a breakup, like he said, you know what I'm saying, we break it up. That way, y'all know now before like Scoop said, before he go creeping and be in DMs and be under fidget spinning hard eyes, and then y'all talking about some, oh, me get my DM, me get my views. No, before he start acting like a single man again, let me just
He
clear
gonna have
this
an
up.
August Alsina coming out.
You know what I'm saying? Let me just clear this up before y'all go running with shit. Like I said before, because it was gonna come out. So let's address this shit, man. Let's get it out open now. Even if I wanted to be private before.
Well, a lot of women, just like you were saying before, a lot of women said that he didn't in the first place because of, like, okay, I guess, do we agree about this? If he wanted to go public, then they would go public. But the fact that he was like, we're gonna chill, that's what it was, right? Because when he went public, she didn't go public. He was arguing. It was like,
because I feel like Milano is a private person.
I got you, but this is the thing. If he went public, so it's like at a point it was.
But
really
he didn't
his
have
decision.
a choice to. Like, did he really have a choice? Because you got to think when he went public, they were pressing for him to like admit, okay, this is your girl.
V, he was dead ass in the middle of an argument and said, and I quote, I don't even know why I'm going back and forth right now. I'm laying next to my pregnant girlfriend. And niggas was like, oh shit. He really didn't go public. It was like, Milano pregnant. They be together. Oh shit, that's me, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
no, because he had made a tweet before that whole argument, and he had said something, because I remember it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. It was like something along the lines of, oh yeah, I busted in that, or I nutted in that, or something like that. Like basically him confirming that like Milano was his baby.
He said that shit.
Listen.
Tiptoeing. I'm busting that in somebody. Guess who it is?
Guess who it is?
But no, it was because everybody was pressing him to admit that Milano was his baby mama's girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like if he wasn't getting pressed, he wouldn't have said nothing.
I feel like Meek is a Philly nigga. This is all Philly nigga tendencies. So it's not a big deal to us. We're not surprised by it. But like the people in the world, that's why we always say like on the Shade Room, stay out of Philly business. Like this.
Stay out of Philly.
I ain't claimed my baby mom for a long time.
I know people who don't claim that baby mom.
People see me out.
This is real.
Wait a minute.
This is not like a surprise.
That's a thing. People don't claim their baby mom.
No.
Wow. Why would you say that?
Well, what do you mean? First of all, let me say something.
How many times you been in a room with a guy and he be like, he got a baby, and you ain't never seen that woman in your life?
A lot of people have never seen my baby mama. They think I had to be by my damn self at this point. I posted her for Mother's Day, and I said that's my sister. And he was like, oh,
yo, get the
Kid, why would you do that?
But going back to like when you said like maybe she could have found the man in her dreams. My Philly nigga ways, my Philly nigga tendencies. Now my baby mom off and married. It's the best thing that's ever going to happen to Milana. She's going to meet like the guy of her dreams. She's going to get married. They're going to have a great life. Things are going to be perfect. Philly niggas make women better.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, can you elaborate what you meant by like her finding the man of her dreams? Like, did you mean while she was pregnant, or like?
No.
Okay. Because that's where I got confused.
Like he could have left her alone and she could have found the man of her dreams.
And think she gonna be out here finding the man of her dreams.
Yeah,
like,
no. I mean, trust me, I know plenty of people who do that, but
right.
No, I meant
Sierra.
Wait. Why couldn't Meek find the woman of his dreams?
Come on now, talk about it now.
What is
I'm pregnant. We're pregnant. Why can't y'all understand that?
No, that's not true.
If I'm pregnant, we are pregnant. Period.
No, what the fuck? Who said?
Period. That's in the story. I'm not trying to hear it.
Wait,
You know, out here having fun. I can't even drink a glass of wine for 9 months. No.
Listen, I'm drinking. I'm gonna drink that shit right in front of you too.
If I'm pregnant. We are pregnant.
I'll drink it right in front of you just to be petty.
I'm gonna smoke weed laying on your stomach. on now.
What did she talk about, Taj? What did she talk about? Yeah.
My life don't stop. I'm the man. That's the best part about it. I get to bust a nut and go on my way.
And that's all to be said about that.
Y'all got to walk around gaining weight and shit.
Waddling around and shit.
Carrying your baby. Dealing with hormones from your baby. Dealing with moves because of your baby.
Listen, it ain't my fault. Your sore ass nipples.
It ain't my fault my soul just marched.
My fault my soul just marched.
Nah, I'm gassing though. Like when I say that, I don't mean in the sense of like you can't have fun and things of that nature, but it's extremely unfair at the same time because it's like you're out here saying, well, why can't Meek find the woman of his life while the woman who he thought was the woman of his life is carrying his baby?
When did he say that?
Well, why would he claim her publicly if he didn't think that was his woman?
That ain't true.
No.
That ain't fucking true.
Let me tell you something. Meek Mill is big enough of a celebrity that if Milana was pregnant by his child and he did not want to claim her, that would not have impacted his reputation. He decided to claim her.
I got you. I get what you're saying.
I see what you're saying too, though. I'm not mad at that.
I do see what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, she could have just had some great boxing. He couldn't pull out. That could have just.
Yeah, but you can have great boxing and not claim somebody.
I think he just claimed because he was arguing with Nicki and he had to say something.
No, I think this is what I think. I'm gonna just clean it up. I think they was friends. They started off as close friends. Somehow she turned into his girlfriend. He used to tell each other everything. I believe that's what happened. And a baby came out of that. And then the relationship just ended up getting ill. Because in the words of Black Thought, relationships get ill. So, you know what I'm saying? I believe that's what happened. Relationship went down. And that happens all the time. It's just not get mad because there's people that's public figures at this point. That shit happen every other day.
I agree, Touch.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do we all know a baby mom in here?
Do we know?
No, one of us got
baby
one.
mom.
I mean,
that one.
Hold on. Let me see something. Having a baby mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make her your girlfriend until she had a baby. But that do not mean you can't find a woman in your dreams. You know why?
You know what, Keith? I got something to say after you say that.
Because she at home pregnant. She can't move that fast. So while she at home, you go out and you go get some ass. When she at home in pain, when she at home at pain and she feeling that stain poke out her stomach. I can't think of nothing wrong with that one. But
I'll back you up. My fault.
Like, just live your life. Like it's only your girlfriend until she had the baby. Then you can go ahead about your way. Man, that's it.
That's pretty much what he did, though. That's exactly what happened.
That happened
So
in my life.
that's why, like, a lot of times when women get pregnant after they have the baby, they single. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because I see that a lot.
You know what? You know why you see that a lot? Because women and men, I'm not going to throw women all the bus by themselves. Us as people, we choose to ignore those fucking red flags when we first meet people because we just so basking in the likeness of this person. When we see the red flags smacking us dead in our face. But guess what? Sometimes those red flags are just fucking worth the experience.
And red flags look like Six Flags at the beginning.
Come on now.
But Milano had a baby by Meek, so I feel like the red flags was definitely worth it. In my opinion. If I was Milano, I'd be happy right now.
And like when you have a baby, like what people should talk about, like first before you have a baby, is how your parenting skills are. Like, how do you believe a child should be raised? Because once that baby there and y'all trying to raise that baby different, it get real messy. It get real bad. All it's not even a red flag. It's a red country, and it's not nothing fun about the person. That's why most people be single, because that shit get real deep.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is people. On the real though, I think people forming relationships through whatever they're forming a relationship through, not actually on your values, on your core values, but through likeness, like Taj was saying. And y'all really are not much alike in terms of y'all values. And you having a baby, you bringing a child into the world, y'all have two totally different ideologies about how this child should be raised. Like that can cause a whole lot of issues. On top of that, like you were saying, people need having a baby mom. It's a thing, and it's whatever. But I feel like that's not the best way to raise a child. It's definitely
co-parenting. It's like
definitely
I think that's definitely plan B.
I have a question in reference to this whole like parenting I
feel like co-parenting has been normalized.
But like you get what I'm saying, whole like different parenting style after the baby's born. What are y'all talking about for 9 months? Like, are y'all not talking about like how you plan to parent the baby, like what your morals are, what her morals are, how y'all like what are y'all talking about?
I feel like my fuck. Go
ahead. And with me, it was more so of like the excitement of having a baby, like, oh, what he gonna wear, or like if we have a boy, he gonna be a basketball player. Like we never sat down and talked like, well, I believe he should.
9 months straight.
Yeah, like you excited.
Wow.
Like you excited, you go on the doctor's appointments. You like everything is just like you never sit down and say, well, I believe he should go to Catholic school. I believe he should go to public school. I believe he should do this.
So you cross that bridge when you get there, basically. And it's time to talk about school.
But you should talk about it in 9 months. Like if when I have another child, I will talk about that. Like those 9 months, like because that's important.
I feel like you should talk about that before you get somebody pregnant. But you know.
Yeah, you should talk about it before you get.
Well, that's if you plan out the pregnancy. You know, sometimes you could just be in an entanglement.
So you don't want a wife, Taj?
Huh?
You don't want a wife?
I absolutely want a wife. Why? What's up?
Pew, pew, pew.
Back to what I was saying. What was I saying? It messed me up.
Something about an entanglement.
Oh yeah. So sometimes you end up having an entanglement, and a baby comes out of that entanglement, and you might not have really took the time to have like those super like, what would you do if you were a parent conversations? Those sometimes are conversations you gotta have within those 9 months. Or when you cross that bridge, when you get there, when it's time for the child to go to school, then you figure out, oh, I want him to go to public school. I want him to go to Catholic school. Some people just wait until they cross that bridge. A lot of people don't. They wait until shit hit their doorstep to address it.
They don't plan it.
Maybe it's Virgo in me, but I just feel like I'm sorry. Maybe it's the Virgo in me, but I just feel like if I got pregnant, I would stress over all of those like minute details about my child, like our whole parenting, everything.
What does the stars got to do with you being a good parent?
Well, no, I'm saying like in the reference of Virgos are known to be planners. That's what I meant by saying.
So you believe in the astrology stuff?
I don't, but I'm just saying maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
You like to be planned out.
Yeah, I like to plan.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm a very detail oriented person. I like to be planning shit out. So I like that in a person, especially in a woman who is also detail oriented and cares about all the little details that make up the bigger picture, especially when it comes to your child, because that's a very important part of our lives, is our child.
I don't know about anybody else, but that sounds like Scotty was shooting the shot, didn't it? Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
That's not like
it's a little love collection.
And then you hear it.
I'm in a committed relationship, man.
Jada right now. That was going on. I'm Jada.
He was like, that's what I like in a woman. What was that?
So I have a question for y'all. Besides Keith, who all got somebody pregnant? And for the ladies, who has been pregnant? I've never been pregnant.
Yeah, me either. I don't have any kids.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you can be pregnant though.
You can't just be asking people. You can't just be asking people that.
Asking people shit.
Why not?
That was really deep. Oh,
DjAktive, right?
Yeah, all right. That was deep. But,
no, we talking heavy.
Wait,
yes,
that's talking sensitive though.
Yes, in my early teenage years.
DjAktive is here.
Wait, so
and by the boom.
Y'all got saved by the bell.
Yo,
hey,
what's going on?
Act is in the building.
Hey. What up, man? I had to get myself together, bro.
It's all good. It's all good.
It?
Nothing, man. So the proper introduction is needed, man. Listen, we've been talking heavy already, but Joining the show with us, we got the one and only DjAktive, the DJ for the stars. That's who he is, huh?
Yeah.
What's up, my nigga? What's up, my guys? Big
How
show,
you?
man. Sorry for being late. I had to get the link together. The link was acting weird.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. So, I mean, we're gonna jump right into it, man. We was talking heavy already. We was talking about Meg. We was talking about Meek.
Right.
It's tweet. It's a lot we was already talking about. But we're gonna start off with this question. We always like to, ask our guests, man. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. I've been chilling today. You know what I'm saying? My son came over, so I've been hanging out with him tomorrow. No, actually Thursday is his birthday, so I just been kicking it with him today and getting his hair cut and stuff like that. It's doing some family stuff, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
So how you wait? We was talking about before you came in though. We was talking about baby mamas and shit. So let me just ask you a baby mama question.
Perfect segment.
That's up, my nigga.
I just gotta know. You know what I'm saying? How does baby mama situate? You have any baby mamas, DJ?
No, I mean, you know what? Me and her cool now. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
back in the early days, you know what I'm saying? It was a little different. You know what I mean? I got two baby moms. So my first one, she was a little ruthless on me when I was young. I had a kid when I was young. I had a kid when I was like 17. I was running a little wild back in the day. But yeah, I had some problems with her. But my son mom, it wasn't crazy like that. Everything was cool. Everything cool.
So how you feel about Meek and Milano's situation if you compare it, to how because your experience with baby mamas and all that?
Well, wait, they having problems?
They broke up.
They separated.
Get the fuck out of here! I ain't know that. I ain't hear that.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, that's news to me.
Yeah. It's news to me. But wait. Did that just happen?
Yeah, like a couple days ago.
A couple days ago, yeah, he tweeted it out.
I didn't even see that. I'm on the Instagram. I'm on TMZ. I ain't see that nowhere. I've been seeing Megan Thee Stallion, but I ain't, and Tory, but I ain't see Meek and Milano. That's crazy. Damn, then he just had a baby?
Yeah, he did. That's what we were saying. He was waiting 9 months.
His ass out. He gonna wait him out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He waited 9 months. Just like, all right, we cool. The baby born. All right, I'm done. We going back to my bullshit.
She gonna sell a fan. The fan about to come on, yo. Damn, that's crazy though, man. I didn't know that they broke up, man. That's a shame. Damn, they just started. God damn.
Yeah, that's a bad joint. But nah, all right. I did have a real question though about you as a DJ. So I heard, well, it's known that you were DJing for Janet Jackson, right? Correct?
Yes.
So let me start off with this. How is that experience DJing with a legend like Janet? And does she give you creative control to do your little mixes, your DJ thing? Like how does that go?
Yeah, I mean it's been cool working with her, man. She do give me creative control a little bit. I mean, she actually tells me like, okay, when I first got the gig, she was like, look, your job is to take my songs and remix them. She wanted me to remix the songs and, take, let's say, Pleasure Principle or What Have You Done For Me Lately and add a new hip hop track to it. So basically it was like mashup vibe. So I had to do that. And then, I got to turn it into her and then if it get approved. So also my man, who's a music director, his name is Daniel Jones, me and him actually do a lot of stuff together pertaining to the show, right. So it's like I'm like co-music directing with him on ideas.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's real. Is she how is she easy to work with?
Yeah, she's very easy. I mean, she's quiet, but once you get close to her, you know what I'm saying, she's regular. She talking just like everybody. She cursing, she's a cool, she a real person. She real.
All right, I got one more for you, yo. You ever was like, damn, that's Janet Jackson right there, yo. Like that's Janet Jackson right there. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, man, that's how I was looking, man. Yo, when I first met her, I was like, damn, I was talking to my brother Adam, shout out to Adam, the BBE crew. And I was like, man, I'm kind of nervous being like, she came around out of nowhere and I'm just like, damn, this is her. She's like, hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming here. You're going to be working with us and I'm excited about it. I'm like, damn, this is Michael Jackson's sister at the end of the day. Like, it's still
right.
sister.
Right.
So it's like, shit. you know, but I just, you know, I was nervous. I didn't think I was gonna keep the job anyway. I was like, man, you know, I came out there with a book bag to LA, and then I did audition, and then she kept me on. I was like, all right, damn.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So not only did you DJ for Janet, I was watching the Bad Boy documentary, and you was in his living room.
Yeah, I did his I did the Bad Boy tour, man. You know, shout outs to Puff, and he had me come to his house. So I was doing rehearsals with some of the band guys, some of my boys, Boots. Who else was on there? Rex, my man Adam was on there. There was a couple cats from Philly that was in the band, and then I thought I got fired doing the rehearsal. So the tour manager came to me like, hey, pack up your stuff, you know, you gotta go. So I'm like, what? Okay, cool. I'm out of here. I'm thinking I'm going back home. They're like, no, you gotta go to his crib. He wanna hear you spin in his living room. So he was getting like some type of needle in his, you know, some energy shit in his arm. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I know you be good over there rehearsal, but I wanted to bring you over here so we can come up with some ideas, you know what I mean, for the show. But yeah, I got the turntable set up. He had the whole setup in his living room, and he wanted me to rock. So I rocked for like 5 hours.
Wow.
At his house.
Damn.
So that was like basically my real audition with him. Yep. And he kept me with him for like 2 weeks. And you know, my boy Adam, who was the music director then, he like, yo, we got to get him back so we can start, you know, rehearsing correctly. But he had me at his house DJing every day. I was like,
oh, that's
I was trying to get sleep. He waking me up. Yo,
right.
Wake up! Come on, let's come on. What's the mixes? Let's come on, like.
That's a crazy flex. Like, yeah, shout out to Puff. I was in this crib DJ for 5 hours. Like, that's like what? That's crazy.
Yep. So is touring something that you always wanted to do? Like when you first started out DJing, was touring something that you wanted to do, or did a door open and you walked through it?
I mean, I was spinning when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? I got into like DJ battles when I was like 14, 15. So I used to go up to New York with my cousins. I had older cousins that was, you know, they was DJs and producers. They was working with Wu-Tang at that time. So by me looking up to them, you know, I wanted to start getting into music. But before that, I actually wanted to be a physical therapist. I was on that, but I was always into music. But I never thought DJing would be my, you know, official job that I'll be doing, you know. So it happened, you know, I guess wild luck, grace of God, bro. So
that's major.
I was going to ask what inspired you to be a DJ, but I think you kind of answered it by saying like your older cousins. But
well, I'm gonna say Jazzy Jeff as well. You know what I'm saying? Seeing him around 58th Street. When I was young, I used to be going to the block parties with my older cousins and my older brother. And Jeff used to be outside spinning. You know what I'm saying? He'd be outside spinning at the YMCA. And I used to see them. I was a kid, man, and I was into break dancing too. So I had to be popping and shit, watching, you know what I'm saying, around the way.
You still be break dancing?
I know y'all gonna laugh at that shit. I knew y'all.
So I was checking out your website, which is dope, by the way. We were definitely feeling a lot of the merch on there.
Thank you.
And in the bio section, it talked a little about how you're very hardworking. So my questions for you were, you know, what would you say about your character attributes to your work ethic? And secondly, if you had to pick 3 values that you live by that kind of keep you grounded, what would those values be?
I would say, as far as with working hard, I guess, I mean, I like to study my music and I like to rehearse and a lot. So I would say with that, I like to practice my genres of music. Like for me with music, I gotta make sure that I know all different genres: pop, rock, funk, soul. So I try to tell younger DJs coming up, you know, to keep them working. Don't just get stuck in just playing trap music or just playing rap music. You want to know all that. You want to know gospel. You want to know everything. So I try to study all that, so then that can keep me working. You know what I mean? So that's where I try to keep my workflow in the DJ field right there. And one of my values, I mean, you know, I would say is, I mean, just be true to yourself. And, you know, whatever you're doing, you gotta be true to yourself. That's what you want to do. You gotta go out here and do it. Like you can't be scared. You gotta jump out the window and do. If you want to do something, you only got one life to live. You got to do it.
All right, I like that. That's so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you spoke about having a young bull over there. You know what I'm saying? DJ Skip is in the building.
Skip,
Yeah, that
Skip. He was at your brother's crib last week. They did a video together.
Yeah, man.
They about
the young
to go
bulls had a
They
party.
about to go away this weekend. They going to Wildwood.
Oh, they taking trips. All right, come on, man.
Going to Wildwood tomorrow. Matter of fact.
They wilding out, man. So I see you got the young boy following in your footsteps, man. So how was that? Like, how was the process of finding out that your young boy want to do what you do?
It was weird. I mean, me practicing in the room, you know what I'm saying, and coming up with different like mixes and routines and stuff like that. He came in the room and just, you know, he was actually DJing when he was a baby, I guess, by him seeing me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get him a little play, you know, CDJ thing. It was small.
Yeah.
And he had rhythm then. So I was like, wow, he really kind of got the rhythm. He didn't understand the format, but he had the rhythm. So I was like, man, let's just let me just keep practicing with him. And then as he got older, I got him different equipment. And then from there, he's been doing parties, man, which on his own. He been getting his own work now. He be doing all types of shit. I'm like, all right, bro. He's doing more parties than me now. Than I ain't even fucking working.
Yeah, it working. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna ask you, man, coming from Philly, right? You done seen the world at this point. What was the biggest, like, coming from the city? What was the biggest?
Say that again.
Like,
You broke up a little bit.
Shot thing that you seen when you was out there, like, damn, like that's.
Say that again.
Like, oh, my bad. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, my
can
phone was breaking up.
Can y'all hear me better now? I was saying, like, coming from Philly, coming from the inner city, what was like one of the biggest things that you seen, like when you hit the road, like damn, like it was like a culture shock when you got out to see the world?
Oh man, the biggest thing for me coming from West Philly, from Chancellor Street, is when I went to Japan. That was when I first went to Japan. I ain't never think I was gonna be getting out no country and no stuff. And I was actually with your brother. We was together, man, and I went out there. You know what I'm saying? We was working with Music Soul Child then. That's way back. And for me to get, you know, coming from, I went to Lamberton and I went to University City. So me seeing, you know, around 52nd Street and all that, and then going overseas to Japan and Osaka and Tokyo, it's just like, wow, man, this is crazy. Then all the sneakers they had and the coattails, it's like, this is incredible. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, if people can see this back around the way, they got all the sneaks out here. I mean, I took my first check out there and spent all my money. I came home with no money from that tour, not $1. So, you know, that was exciting for me.
So it's a lot of young DJs, and you said you give them some game, right? What is the biggest difference you can say about the older DJs that came before you and the generation that you came up in, and the young DJs now? I
would say, I mean, the older DJs that's before me, I mean, you got to give them credit because they started, you know, back in the early 80s and the 70s. So I would say for the younger DJs, study them as well, so you can definitely know your essence of where DJing come from, the music come from. You can learn how your beats per minute, not just using Serato. You know what I'm saying? Let's say your Serato breakdown. What you gonna do? You gonna talk on the mic. You gotta still keep the music going. So you should keep some records with you, or you should keep, you know, some CDs or something where you can go into the music. And then for I would say, you know, the newer DJs, like I said before, I think these newer DJs, everybody should learn their different genres. You know. They should learn different hip hop, you know, the classic shit, you know, the 80s, the 90s, you know what I'm saying, funk and soul, rock, you know what I mean, know all that music so you can always work and you don't get boxed into just playing one genre of music. So I you know, you don't have to be scratching and all that, you know, that's extra, but know the music and know how to count music, know your timing and when to come in. I think that's real critical, you know what I'm saying, to study. Yeah.
V, you got something?
So I wanted to ask you, have you been thinking about taking that fast personal?
You know what? We are thinking about doing it for September. We're just trying to get it together now. So, but if we don't do it virtually, we're going to do it like on some parking lot vibes. So that's what we're working on now. So it might still be outside, but I know in Pennsylvania we can't do it because Philly right now, you know, they got us on lockdown in the city. But it's different areas like Jersey is. I'm seeing they're open. Jersey is open and Delaware is open. So I'm thinking about getting a parking lot, you know, and then do it from there.
Gotcha. Sound dope.
So I got to see, you know, trying to get this stuff together, hoping get some band and maybe like 2 artists, a bunch of DJs, you know, they can pull up in the car and, you know, we just have a good time for the people. Because honestly, we haven't been having nothing to do right now in the city. It's just been, it's been kind of slow for everybody.
Right.
So I have a question about like tour life. What is that you can share the craziest thing you've seen on tour?
Oh my gosh. The craziest shit I seen on tour? Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. The craziest shit I seen on tour, I'm gonna go back to Japan. So I was over there. This time is 2010, 11. I was DJing for Tiger at that time, and we was on the tour over there. And we went to this island in Osaka, and we was in this hotel. And I don't know, man, I just felt like something huge behind me. And I didn't know, like, you could feel the energy. So I'm like, I just happened to turn around and I looked up and it was somebody, you know, it was basically there was experiment on basketball players over there. And this guy was probably, I mean, his face was huge as hell, you know what I'm saying? And he probably had to be about 8 feet, 8.5, 8. He was huge.
What?
And everybody, yeah, that's no bullshit. That's no, and that's a fact. And the crazy part is, like, I felt that energy. I'm like, damn, I ain't never been around, you know, nobody that damn tall, and that was like damn near a giant to me. So I'm like, shit, you know. But it was 2 of them that they produced over there, and they wanted them to play basketball. So that was kind of crazy for me. So then there was a second time. Yeah, that was kind of crazy for me. Basically, they was
that's why.
In the Asian people, they were taking pictures and shit. They was looking. He was like, "Don't take no pictures." I'm like, "Yo, this is fucking crazy." Like, I'm around a real live giant. Now, there's another place I went to. We was in, what the hell was we in? Sweden. I was in Sweden. So it was me, my boy DJ Dummy. I was out there with Common and my brother Smurf. Shout out to Smurf. He's from Philly. And he can confirm this. It was a man, right? So they into beastology and all that crazy stuff. He had a sign around his neck. He was running down the street. His body was flipped backwards, running down the street like a dog, talking about, "Please, can you help me?" We got out the way. That wasn't normal shit. So that was like the crazy shit I seen. I'm gonna keep that story with me forever.
Your experiences were real different.
Huh?
I said your experiences were real different.
It was real different. And that I always tell that. Somebody asked me, I'm like, you know, I mean, different experience I had on the tour with different artists, you know, but it's like when you're not with the artists and you with the bands and y'all going outside and y'all seeing what's going on in that country or that state, that's when you see some different shit. So
what's your like most like your favorite or most memorable moment on tour?
My most memorable moment on tour, I would say working with Janet, and we came to Philly in 2017. We were supposed to come in 15, but partial of the tour got canceled. But we came to Philly, and you know, she gave me a shout out. She said from West Philadelphia, DjAktive, and then the crowd was crazy. I'm like, damn, Janet just said my name in my hometown. That was like crazy for me, man. I'm like, damn, and she said West Philly. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So that probably was a memorable time for me. I don't know if that ever gonna happen again, but you know, that was crazy.
Listen, you can write that one down. That's for the books right there.
So I do have a good, you know about I'm sure you're familiar with the verses where they do the artists and all that.
Yeah, I watch it all the time. Yeah.
You do? Yeah. So you ever think you would get an opportunity to do a DJ joint with Janet? Maybe they had Janet on there or something like that.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let me know when.
You gotta get her to do it, man. I'm trying to see.
Oh, Janet, I know. You talking about
Yeah.
having Janet do it?
Yeah.
I know, man. That'd be
Against
crazy.
who,
They
though?
were trying to get her and Missy.
Yeah, I
to
was
do it.
about to say,
I
who would you
think she'll
So her
kill
and
Missy.
Missy?
Because, huh?
Her and Missy?
They was trying to get her and Missy to do it, and her and Missy are good friends, but I'm just thinking
That's
Janet
weird.
been around since 1982.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, nah.
you know,
That's
that's
not
not
right.
like the Snoop battle with DMX. I didn't think was fair because Snoop got crazy hits. DMX is the man, but I don't think Swiss should have put them two together because Snoop records been around since 1991, and then DMX came out in 98. So it's just like, you know, Snoop was dropping Chronic records on him. Like, that's,
Right.
that's just embarrassing. Like, come on.
Who you think Snoop won?
Absolutely, his catalog is retarded. He dropped the song.
DMX definitely won.
Tupac.
That's what I said.
He ain't give it to him.
You don't think so?
DMX definitely won that, John.
Nah, DMX did good though, but I don't know. It's still arguable.
He did great.
I just said all Snoop got to do is play Doggy Style straight through. He already won. That's what I said. Like, it's not. Yeah, you can't beat that.
DMX had some hits though.
DMX got hits.
He got a lot of hits.
He definitely had some hits.
He got hits.
So what was your favorite versus Too Far?
Huh?
No, I was saying, what was your favorite versus so far?
My favorite verses, that was a Bounty Killer. That reggae joint was hard. That joint
Oh
was
yeah.
that joint, that was fire. That joint was crazy. And then I liked the Neo and DjAktive joint, the producers. That was good. And then I liked I mean, for the ladies, I think the Jill Scott and Erykah Badu joint was nice. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. Yep, that was a good one.
For the ladies inside.
But I like the Jadakiss and Fab joint. That
Oh
was
yeah.
my favorite. The Kiss and Fab joint was my favorite one.
Kiss was on that joint, yeah. Tore up.
He was tilted on there, wasn't
he? And who would you like to see in the versus battle?
Ah man, they gotta get Jay-Z out of here. They gotta get Jay-Z in the mix, man. They gotta get Jay-Z or they gotta get Puff. They gotta get Puff producer-wise versus Dr. Dre or Jay-Z, and just bring Nas in there. Let's get back to it. Let's just go.
Wait. I know you was in Puff living room, but Puff ain't no artist, DJ.
No. Production, because they be doing production joints too. You know how they did like Neo versus DjAktive, all the songs they wrote and produced. You know, so they was trying to get Puff and Jermaine Dupri to go against each other of production songs they had.
Okay.
And Puffy got hits.
Puffy got hits.
Kiss wrote 90% of them.
Let's go all the way back. He produced Jodeci, Mary J. Blige's first album. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on now.
About Faith Evans. You want to go to that bad boy roster?
Biggie. Now let's go to Biggie. You know, we can't forget 112. I mean, Sean. He got a lot of people, you know, and then you got Dr. Dre, he got Tupac, he got Snoop, he got 50 Cent, he got Eminem, he got Kendrick Lamar. Like it goes, you know.
I think Dre got him beat though by a large margin.
Huh?
Dre got him beat by a large margin.
Dre got him beat. I'm with you. Dre got his ass, yo. He got him.
Only because 50 Cent with Diamond.
He got his ass, yo.
Now I do gotta ask you this before we get you out of here, right? We have a segment. We do have a segment. It's called "Was I Wrong?" Now, I just got to ask you if you have a story. If you don't, it's cool. But for this segment, you tell a story and you ask us, "Was you wrong?" It's a situation where you might have been wrong. So, do you have a story like that you can share with us before you get out of here?
That I was wrong? Is this pertaining just in life in general, or? Yeah,
just life in general. Could be tour. It could just be life. It's like. You might have been wrong, but you asking like, was I wrong for this?
Yeah, I've been wrong. Let me see. I think when I wanted to get out of a relationship one time, you know, I told the young lady, I forgot what I told her. I told her something, but I was wrong with how I did it. So yeah, I don't know, man.
You knew you was
wrong before.
He just gave himself the spoon.
He answered it for us.
You're not supposed to expose yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just telling you I was wrong. But this is years ago. Back then.
It was back then. So all right, one more thing before we get you out of here, man. Keith, tell him, man, you got to say the same before we go.
Talk to me.
Wait, one more thing.
Go ahead.
You said you was on tour with Tiger, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite artist.
Do you think Tiger is a good artist?
Rapping wise, I'm gonna say he can rap his ass off. He can freestyle like shit. Now, I'm not really. I don't think Mr. Michael Stevenson ain't sounding too good. But back before, let's say 2010, 11, 12.
Yes,
man, when Drama was doing his mixtapes and shit like that, we was
well
on that
done.
Dreams and Nightmare tour with Drake. We was opening up, and I had him freestyling over all types of Philly shit from fucking Flip Side, Petey Crack, and all that shit. And he was going in like he can rap. He can rap. I will give him that.
Okay, I'm looking at everybody in their face. He can rap. Cool.
You got it.
And we always say, my catchphrase is, if you're not talking heavy, what you talking for? And can you say that for us?
Hold up, say that again.
If you're not talking heavy.
If you're not talking heavy, what you talking for?
Yeah.
Yo, this DjAktive right here. If you're not talking heavy, what you talking for?
There you go.
Hey.
Oh man, we definitely appreciate you for coming through, man.
I appreciate y'all, family. Come on, you know it.
Much love, man.
You my family.
Much love, yeah.
All love, much love. All right, I tap in. All right.
All right.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, that was good and sweet.
You know what I'm saying? So now we got part 2 of the episode. Let's start arguing again. No, I'm messing with you. But quick commercial break. This episode is brought to you by TalkHvy. That's TalkHvy. You can find all things at TalkHvy on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Ladies, if you're feeling a little hit, holla at _ Just Brit. And we have our sister on the show today from the one and only at Sip and Spill. Make sure you check out their podcast with the dope Venice and Amber, and they'll be sitting, chilling, sipping, and spilling. There you go. So next up, we have the official wasn't wrong, and Keith got a story for us today. So talk to us, man.
All right.
He was wrong.
All right, I need y'all to vision this for me. I gotta act this out a little bit.
Okay.
Hauling ass. There's somebody chasing me. It's raining. I dropped my gun. I don't got my gun no more. I'm still moving though. I'm going. I stop. I call my dad. Now, I bet y'all wonder how I got here.
This sounds like a movie. I'm engaged.
So it was a Friday. This was like back when Keith had the long hair ponytail. I'm in school. Long hair ponytail Keith used to be inside the basement parties every weekend. So I'm out in 5th grade at this point, 5th or 6th grade. Getting a little Wally, getting a Wally 2 or 3. I'm in class, messing with the girls, touching butts and stuff like that. I went to Catholic school, trying to come in the skirt. Don't me to me. I'm sorry. So I don't know about public school, but those who know Catholic school, you get progress reports. But they unexpected. They never tell you when they're gonna get it.
They don't
tell you you're gonna get it. So I'm the class clown. I'm in there dancing. I'm just like this. Oh, we're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this dance. And then the teacher slapping on the desk. What's that? This your progress report. Straight F's. All F's. And everything. Even in attendance, and I was there every day. It's all F's. So people like, Keith, what you gonna do? Your parents ain't gonna let you come to the party tonight. So I'm like, damn, I gotta think about this. This all happened in the morning time. So once we get on the bus, cool kids, like my dad say, all the cool kids on the back of the bus, the pretty ladies and cool kids. They're like, you gotta think of this plan. I said, I'm gonna run away. And nigga, how you gonna run away to get to the party? Fuck. I'm gonna say I lost it. Parents never believe that. Like, where you gonna put it at? We drove by, I seen the sewer. I said,
throw that bitch in the sewer.
What if I throw that bitch in the sewer? They like, no, like, you just gonna throw your joint in the sewer? I said, I got this. Shut up. So I got off the bus, but I got off the bus early. I'm like, let me off right here. You're not supposed to let kids off the bus early, but they did it anyway. That's what we really should ask. Why this grown man get off the bus early? But that's besides the point. So I get off the bus and I start walking. And I seen the sewer. I said, if I just throw the paper in there, that's stupid. I had to dump my whole book bag inside the motherfucker. Drop my whole book bag inside the drain. Then I started digging it. Going. I started running. I called my dad. Dad, somebody chasing me. What? Yeah, somebody chasing me. And I need you to come here now. Where you at? I don't know, Dad. Oh my God. So I hung up the phone real quick. Kept on running, going. You know what the basketball court is when you're going like towards where the bottom is, stuff like that. I went to the basketball court.
Yeah.
My dad come running. He got a bat and everything. Son, who chasing you? I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, who chasing me? If I can want to say who's chasing me. So I got people exercise on that trail. So a nigga happened to be running up the trail. I'm like, it's not like him. My dad started arguing with the guy. Why you chasing me? He's like, nigga, what are you talking about? I'm just running. I'm like, Dad, what are you talking about? He was chasing me.
No.
Blah, 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 blah. So they had a little altercation. They talked about it. Me and my dad walking home. So I'm like, he was like, son, I'm proud of you. You know, you held your own. I feel like the guy was lying. I believe you and all that. I'm like, yeah, Dad. But don't get mad at me. He was like, what? I'm like, I fought the guy off. You know, I got him off me. But like, somehow my book bag fell off and I lost my progress report. And that's how you know I was a kid. And I didn't have to mention I had got a progress report.
Right.
Exactly. You already had a bigger problem.
I had the bigger problem. I mentioned the progress report. He said, you son of a bitch. That nigga didn't chase you, did he? You just got all F's on your progress report. And I ended up missing the party and all that. But was I wrong? Because think about it. Parents always stop you from having fun. Just because I'm failing in school, don't mean you got to stop me from getting hoes.
First of all,
that's probably why you was fucking failing.
You went wrong at the part of if nobody knew the progress report was coming out, you could have literally just gave it to them another day. Like you didn't have to.
You could have got rid of it and never spoke of it.
I was a kid. I was dumb.
I was a kid. I was dumb. Nobody gives a fuck. Who cares?
So let's take out
You
that.
should have been a smarter kid.
Then
you wasn't wrong. You
elaborate lie that your dad believes had him out there with a bat and everything.
About to hurt this guy.
To do all of that over a progress report. Then you put your whole book bag in the sewer. Like you went wrong in so many different places. Like I don't know where to begin.
He panicked. He had to do what he had to do.
That's what I'm saying. I really want to know Wally, yo. Like I really want to know Wally. Like I get one every Friday. I feel like I was gonna miss how Sunday.
How old was you?
I was like in 5th or 6th. I still had my hair, so I was young.
So that was the best time to get Wallies.
That's what I was saying. That's the best Wallies.
No, I think you had it.
School, your Wi-Fi is out, man.
Listen.
Who's got Metro connection?
Am I back? Am I back?
No, you're stuck. Your face is stuck.
Now I'm terrible.
Okay.
It sounds hard.
All right, well, I'm not going to say nothing then. Go ahead.
Oh, now you sound okay.
Oh, okay, but I don't sound terrible. Okay, so you wasn't wrong for anything but blaming that innocent jogger.
He should have jogger right there.
I'm not even mad at him for that. Blame the innocent bystander.
Wait, I just feel like you was manipulating the shit out your pop, and then you gonna say I was a kid.
All right, so let's think about this. Let's think about this. I just got off of school. It's broad daylight. There's nobody out there chasing me anyway. He was stupid. He's the dumb one, and he fell for it.
You.
I didn't call my mom with it.
Why would he believe his son?
That's what I'm saying.
A liar.
Why would he believe me? Like if I called my mom, she would say, "Get off my phone." You know, she already probably talked to the teachers, but my dad is dumb. So was I wrong?
If your son called you and was like, "Dad, I'm being chased," you wouldn't come figure out who was chasing him?
No, No, what'd you say? You gotta take that L, son. you gotta take that fight.
That's exactly what you said, V. Keep
Is
that
that
same
exactly
energy,
what you
V.
That is,
Hey,
no,
keep
I was
that
not
same
talking about
Calling me
energy,
for it.
V.
You
I
gotta
was
take
not
that
talking
L.
about children.
That's not no regular kid. This is a nut ass young boy. Not a regular kid.
He gotta handle that fight by himself. That's some pussy.
Hey.
Call his dad.
No, you wasn't wrong, no.
So I wasn't wrong.
Listen.
Scoop, was I wrong?
No, you wasn't wrong. It was a great story. You get an E for effort. Now you almost got somebody beat they head beat him with a bat, but that was a great story. I've lied a lot, and I've never thought of something that good. That's amazing.
Scott,
Even if I thought of
That
it,
is
I
some
don't think I
top
would've
tier.
went
That
through
is some top tier line. I'm not gonna lie.
it.
I
Yeah,
actually,
that was
the
amazing.
funny thing is,
Hey.
I actually had to lie my way out of a progress report too. So I understand what you had to do. Mine was worse though. I made my mom leave work, but that's another story for another day.
Oh, you made your
That's to another day.
Yeah.
So I was like, me too. What's this? Me too.
Hashtag I know too.
Hey, turn your Wi-Fi on.
Hey. Stop using that cricket hotspot.
Oh, really? Oh, really? That's what we're doing today? Well, we're ending that segment. It's over. It's over. Keith, you was wrong now. But the story was amazing. Now, we have our next segment, which is some people's favorite segment, Talk Heavy Court. So, we have a versus between the infamous Hotep Scott. No,
Oh
he's not.
my God. Yeah.
But we have Scott versus Taj today. And the conversation is a heavy one. This conversation is a conversation about riches. Now, Scott had an idea. I don't believe, well, you said you read an idea, right? And you believe in this idea where the idea of being a billionaire is selfish because you take too many resources from the collective society, right? So he says there should be a cap on how much an individual should make. That way the resources are spread evenly. Todd said, bullshit. So today we have Taj versus Scott. I want to flip a coin, but I don't got no change. Anybody got a quarter in the house?
I do.
Oh, V, she an old head.
First of
all, she found that quarter too quick.
First of all.
All right, call it when I throw it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wait, who's calling it?
Go ahead, Todd.
Scott. Oh, Todd, call it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Heads.
This heads.
All right.
So who go first?
Let Scott go.
Okay. And we do 2 minutes and 1 minute, correct?
Yes, we are doing 2 minutes. Y'all get 2 minutes apiece for the first statement. And then the next statement for your rebuttal, you get 1 minute apiece. And the subject is, Scott said that. Huh?
I was gonna say, can Keith mute Taj's mic because he don't know how to shut up.
Damn.
Oh, damn. So
come
on, you a judge. You can't be throwing shots already, V.
Damn.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Scott go. For anybody who's just now tuning in, the question is, or the statement is, there should be a cap on how much money one individual should be able to make, so the resources will be spread evenly through society. Scott, you first.
All right. So first of all, let me establish the basis of the argument. It's not necessarily just putting an arbitrary cap on the amount of money somebody can make. Rather, it's putting a cap on how little money somebody can make. If that makes sense. Meaning that there should never be a person under the poverty line or even at the poverty line. Everybody should be above the poverty line. And going back to some literature, there's an economist by the name of David Harvey. Look him up. He's a geographic economist. And he has a 9-step theory on how capitalism contradicts itself. And one of the points of his theory is something called wage deflation. Now, if you're familiar with that, it is an idea where you take goods, whether it be your iPhones, your computers, your bottles, you know what I mean? And you offshore them, you get them from offshore and you lower the prices down. Therefore, you lower the wages down, and I keep all the money as a millionaire. And so when you doing that, you're depriving people of their basic rights, which is housing, medical care, dental care. It shouldn't cost me $4,000 to get my teeth taken care of. Why? Who got $4,000 laying around for some teeth? Why? Like, why do I have to have a toothache? Why I gotta get my teeth pulled out when you could just do a procedure on but I can't afford it? So that's a sick situation. I don't think anybody should be starving. I don't think anybody should have any housing insecurities. And if somebody got $200 billion, you don't need that. You don't need $200 billion. You don't. So that's my take.
Okay. Todd.
All right, well, I think for Scotty to say you don't need $2 billion is the craziest shit in the world. See, he has the mindset of putting himself on a limit. And you as a person, what you have to understand is you are limitless. The sky is not the motherfucking limit. The limit is beyond the sky because you can go further beyond what you can physically see. See, Scott wants you to just do just enough. Just enough ain't gonna get you nowhere. You think Jay-Z did just enough to become a billionaire? Hell no. He did what the hell he had to do in order to be a billionaire, which was take on a level of selfishness, which you have to do when you are trying to level up in your life. You have to take on that level of selfishness so that you can't be worried about what's going on all around you. The economics, some people can't eat. But guess what? When you have $2, it's always going to be somebody who has $1. You can't go out here helping the whole goddamn world because their life didn't pan out the way that yours did. So am I supposed to not get rich and just feel sorry for people all my life? No, I'm going to get rich. The sky's the limit. I'm not going to stay in the same place or just do just enough to get by. Hell no, I wasn't put on this earth to do just enough to get the fuck by. I'm going to die one day. And guess what? I'm going to die knowing that I did everything I need to do to get to where I wanted. And I did not put a fucking cap or a limit on my money or my success or my motherfucking life.
Let me
Scott,
get at
your rebuttal?
Let me get at him. Yeah, first of all, I ain't nobody say you had to do the bare minimum. That wasn't the argument, Todd. Whoa. What did you do?
Hold the hell up.
What did you do? Whoa. Look, I need 30 extra seconds, Scoop.
You got 30 extra seconds.
Okay,
so go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So thank you so much, Scoop. Now, listen, before you rudely interrupted me, Taj, with your filthy
Hold on, stop. You get 30 extra seconds, and we taking those seconds from Taj since he like that. Oh, we can't help everybody. But go ahead.
Thank you. Listen, that's capitalism for you, Taj. Okay, that's how it works. Speaking on capitalism, that is exactly how it works. For me to become a billionaire, for there to be a group of billionaires, I have to take away from everybody else so I can live in luxury and leisure. And so what I'm arguing is for everybody not to be equal per se, but to everybody have their basic human rights. Access to education, access to healthcare, and access to housing, and access to food. Those basic rights. I'm not saying everybody gotta be Jay-Z. Everybody gotta be Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. I don't expect that. But I do expect everybody to have their basic necessities, especially if we're the richest country in the world. You feel what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with mine. That's that.
You don't even need your extra.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still taking away from Taj. Go ahead, Taj.
So this is the thing. When you get rich and you say you're taking resources away from other people, no, you're not. You're gaining new resources to go then be a philanthropist and reach back out to your community with the resources that you have so that you can give back to them. You're not taking away. What you're doing is
is creating a lane for yourself to level up in your life so that you can then go back in and reach out to those who need help in your community. But you can't go save the whole world. So at the end of the day, don't you ever limit yourself. Okay. And you did it in your 30 seconds too.
Yeah,
I know.
You lucky.
I know. So this how we gonna do. This how we gonna do the judging. This how we gonna do the judging. Tiara, me, Venice, Monroe. What say you?
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to Scotty only because Taj, although you made some good points, I feel like when you said that billionaires and millionaires are giving themselves more resources to become philanthropists and go out and help their community, not everybody does that. Not everybody wants to be a philanthropist. It takes a certain type of person, I feel like, to have that want to, you know, actually help people. So I gotta give it to Scotty for that.
Okay. I think you two both made very compelling arguments. Scott, I like how you brought up the facts. I like how what you did there. I like that. Taj, I like how you were definitely, rolling off of emotion, but I did like the emotion that you rolled with. So at the end of the day, I'm going to lean toward Taj only because I want to be a billionaire and I don't want a cat. So Taj, you got my vote. V, what you got?
You already know what time it is, Team Taj. So let me break down my reasoning. You both did a great job. This is the first time that Taj did an argument and he made sense while also being hilarious at the same time. It was great. I have to commend you for that one. The reason I can't go with Scotty is because at the beginning of your argument, I like the facts you were bringing up in your explanation in reference to, like, you weren't saying that there shouldn't be a cap, that more so nobody should live under the poverty level. However, I felt like that was kind of a contradiction in your rebuttal, because it's kind of like you're saying there's not a cap and that people shouldn't go below the poverty level, but at the same time, you're saying like, well, who needs $200 billion? So it's kind of like you are saying there's a cap.
Hold on. What's going on?
Oh. I wanted to clarify it for her. I wanted to clarify it for her.
You cannot approach the bench.
No, it's cool. She already casted her vote. I just wanted to tell her what I meant.
Oh, hold on, man.
I didn't make myself.
Glad. Now I know how I feel about people. I know what I like to say. Now one of these men are getting a lighter. Now who's getting a lighter? Hold on. That's a Newport right there. That's a Newport right there. There's only one Newport that people love. And that's Newport Scott. Because he is always getting smoked in court. Taj came in and said, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Scotty said, but why? There's homeless kids. Okay. So you want them homeless kids to become them billionaires? They got to stay homeless? Or they got to become regular? Scotty, you don't get the fuck. Nigga, I want to make this funny. You were talking about baby moms earlier, wasn't we? I want child support. I don't want that. You want to make that type of money. No, I want to make money.
This is
what time I say? What time I say? In, out. I want to be up in there. I want to fly, Scotty. Stop trying to hold this down, Scotty.
I'm working. I can't.
This is the not smoking section, Scotty. You gotta be quiet.
I can't help that I work. Listen.
Oh my God.
I can't help that y'all selfish. That y'all don't care about homeless kids. What am I supposed to do? If me telling you there's kids out here starving ain't doing it for you, nothing will.
I'm doing nothing you can do and money charity that you have.
You don't care, Scotty.
I know you don't care. I listen, it don't matter.
You know what? I'm changing my vote. Scott, you got my vote. Can I give my victory speech?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it, but this Newport keep on talking. Well, how do you feel about
So yes, Todd.
I mean, well, you know, I come in and I do what I can do when I can do it, and I always win. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a legend in my own right, and that just settles that. God bless y'all. Good night.
Now, Todd, I got one question. Like you've been like Brian, like you do like amazing in these courts, but you had like a few weeks when you were losing, you was getting snapped. Yeah. You was looking like Scotty and shit.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to come back, you know, and reclaim your crown as the king of court?
See, the thing is, man, you can fall down, but it's about how you get back up.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Donnie McClurkin wrote a song said, "We fall down, but we get back up. For a saint is just a sinner that fell down." You know, and when you fall, you gotta know it's not about how hard you fall, but it's about knowing that you can get back up. And what I did today was get back up.
You did. And you did your thing out there, player.
Okay. I just want to say, Todd, you won by default. You got a bunch of nuts in the podcast, and Tierra's the only one that's not a nut. And
Angry,
I appreciate you, Tierra, but Todd's the argument was trash. Let me just put it out. Let me just put it out there. It was trash.
You
know, Scott. Though this is and comes with the territory.
Hold on, but I understand that trash recognizes trash. So that's what it is. You gotta understand this. So
you know, the worst thing in the world to be is a sore loser. That's
not sore.
Spicy Lucy, ain't he?
So yes, man, that brings us to our last segment, which is Romance with Ro. Now, I don't even know what he's about to ask us right now. So everybody just mentally prepare yourself while I come in with a quick commercial break. You can find all things. Talk HVY on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can be why.
Scoop.
Yo.
Todd, do the ad, Todd.
Scoop Wi-Fi is messing up. What I think he was saying is you can find all things Talk HVY that is on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything that you can find. And ladies, if you're feeling hit, holler at _ just brick. And now to our guy Ro for Romance with Ro.
All right. So I gotta tell y'all something. I got a confession to make. I like feet. I have learned to love feet. I don't know what happened. Before I didn't love it. My sexual taste buds have changed. Like stuff that I thought I would never do.
Never do.
Last time I was having sex, I'm like, dang. What if I stick my mouth? Dang. What if I behind her kneecap? Dang. You know, doggy style ain't doing it for me.
Her kneecap?
Yeah, like doggy style not doing it for me no more. What if I go on top of this dresser right here and do a back thing right there? There's so many things that's running through my mind now that I thought I would never think about or do. So I want to ask y'all, what are some things that y'all thought y'all would never do? Like I feel like every man when they was young, they was like, I'm never going, give head. I don't want to lick that thing. I used to think pee came from it. Like, pee came from it. I don't want to you be peeing with that shit. I don't want to lick it. But then I started putting my face in it. What have y'all got?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was the young boy that said I would never give head to a woman. So
but a man you would do.
Hell no. I just wanted to make that clear. But yeah, so when I was young, I was the young boy who was like, oh, I would never do that. I'm not doing it. Oh, but now?
But now?
Now laters. Mike Knights. Well, yeah, when you get older, you experience some things and you go through some things, you walk through some different waters, and you start doing things you thought you never did.
Now, Scotty, what do you have done that you thought you never do?
I thought I would never do? Listen, I don't think there's anything I never thought I wasn't going to do. I think that nah, for real though, real rap. I always been eating butt.
Yeah, like you knew when you was one. You came out the womb. Man, so
No,
I
didn't think about eating butt when I was 5.
That's what I'm saying.
15. I wasn't thinking about that. That didn't cross my mind. Like, I wonder what that tastes like down there. That wasn't on my mental.
That for you.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But I guess when you get down there, you put your face near it. It's like, all right, right.
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Right? You be like, all right,
It's like, I mean.
I
get it, and I get the feet thing. Feet sandwiches. All that. You throw some
I
fries on there.
You got a feet
on them, John.
I'll rub your feet, but I'm not sucking toes. I'm just not doing.
Ty, that's what I said, Ty. I said that.
Wait, Ty, you're not putting whipped cream on the big toe and sucking that shit. You're not with it.
All right.
You're not with that.
I'll throw some yogurt on that motherfucker.
The one with the fruit in it?
With the fruit in it, huh?
Just dipping in it like this.
The fruit in it.
Don't play the toe play.
Yogurt on somebody's big toe?
Wait, V, you wouldn't let nobody?
I'm gonna call it a Danimal.
You said what?
Would you
let call it a Danimal?
Right. Would you let somebody put some yogurt on your feet?
I mean, I don't see why you would do yogurt instead of whipped cream.
I'm not a whipped cream kind of guy, so I have to go with
what but you a go-gurt type nigga. Got you.
I get my dick. I'm not lactose intolerant.
My bad. There's levels to this. I'm sorry.
So many different alternatives, though. You could do honey. Like, why go-gurt?
Well, we can.
You got experience in this, Tierra. Wait, hold on. Wait.
You bring the honey.
What's going on over there? You did that? You put some honey?
You got honey on your toes?
I'm just saying, it's a lot of different things.
Well, what are some of your suggestions? Maybe.
My suggestions, I just told you. Honey. You could do chocolate syrup.
Chocolate. Oh, now you're speaking my language.
Take notes.
Take notes. Well, Tierra, while you talking, what's one of the things that you've done that you thought you would never do?
So mine was definitely give head. That when I was like 12, 13, I was like, can't see myself doing it. But like Taj said, you get older, you get kind of like in the heat of things, and
So you just looked at it one day and said, it's about to go down.
I said, I'll try it. Yo.
Venice?
So like I don't know if I want to answer this based off of like high school Venice or like 25 and up Venice. Like, because that's two complete different answers. Like
both of them.
High school Venice was like, oh, I'm never gonna suck dick. It's like, look at it. But 25 up Venice, I was just like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna lick the gooch. It's too close to the booty hole. And then what did I find myself doing?
I was licking gooch.
Wait. Hold on.
You know what?
You had man butt hair in your mouth, V? This is
you need
to have whole hair in your mouth, V?
First of all, let's talk about it.
We're not here to shame V, Scott.
No, I'm just asking. That's just the real question. Like, what is that
song.
like? What is
You need the serenade.
I mean, I'm just you down there. You like what is going on?
Hey, Scott, people have different sexual desires.
You give head, you go to the balls, and then it's like when you at the balls, it's kind of like, do I want to go back up? But sometimes your throat needs a break. So it's like, let me go maneuver my way somewhere else. And then boom, gooch.
All right then.
No.
And this nigga politely slid his legs up so you can be comfortable down. That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
So this was a one-time situation, but I'm like intrigued by it now, so I want to do it again. Like, because now I'm kind of like, I don't know, but how it came about was he asked me And well, he asked me to eat his ass, and I'm like, I'm not.
Alrighty.
Eating his ass. Well, I mean, that's not abnormal to be honest with you. I've had.
You like I get a little close, Joe.
You said what?
You said I ain't gonna eat your ass, but I get a little closer. I get the gooch for you.
Like,
this was like, yeah, it took me months to get to that where I was kind of like, I was giving him head, and I'm like, this looks fun. That's kind of what happened.
fine.
But that's not the
that
crazy,
leg
though.
right up.
That's not the craziest thing a dude has asked me to do, though. The craziest thing a dude has asked me to do was actually like pee on my chest.
Pee
I'm
on your
sorry,
chest.
pee on his chest. My bad. He wanted me to like squat over him and pee on his chest.
Look at Todd. Look at Todd. Todd said,
You was out here R. Kelly and dudes? What's going on, V?
Hell no, I didn't do that. That's disgusting.
V, you was out here giving golden showers, V?
Yo, I say, hey, listen, I said previous podcast that's my shit. I ain't know.
No, I'm saying, wait, so you want a girl to pee on you?
It takes a certain woman to do it, but yes, I'm not completely against it.
So like you've had a girl pee on you before?
Like, no, it's a fantasy of mine. I'm not gonna sit here and say
you want a woman to piss on your chest.
Listen.
No, you licked the man's gooch, V. You ain't in no position right now to be gender-tied.
That's different.
And she, listen, man, she
it's 98% water.
Listen, I'm gonna hit you with something.
98%
I'm gonna hit you with something.
98%
That's
water.
strictly V. That's strictly for exotic women.
Oh God.
Wait, I got.
Wait, can I reel this back in? Can I reel this back in?
You asked for this. You asked for this with this question.
Yeah, I know. You know, excuse me. We haven't been wild in a long time. Excuse me, people who watching. Things have been left.
You asked for this one, Keith.
V, what's your cash app? I just want to ask like more things that got to do. Scoop, we gotta get to you, Scoop. What is the thing that you thought you would never do?
Well, I don't even want to go now.
Oh, we losing you, Scoop.
We losing you again, Scoop.
And that's pretty wild. Really beating you today.
I'm lost for a reason, man.
V was Team Gucci back in the day.
All right. Well, before we end, I got one last question because y'all has sparked my interest. So Todd said his fantasy was to get peed on, which is really wild. I have a fantasy of doing that shit when it's like you all tied up and like getting whipped and shit. Like I want to do that. Like I want to get like I want to be in pain while I'm having sex, like that type of thing.
You want a dominatrix?
Yeah, I want that joint. I want to step on my chest with a heel or something.
That's actually very normal.
Yeah, that's some new shit right there.
I don't want the ball thing though. Like I don't want to step on my balls, but like I want to like to abuse me. Scotty, what's your fantasy? A girl reading a book to you?
I'm trying. I like the idea of going to like a real public space. You know, doing the thing, or not getting caught, but almost getting caught, but not getting caught.
The fun
like
is almost probably getting caught.
Yeah, that's I want to see what that's about.
Okay.
I ain't trying to get my ball stepped on like you, but you know, that's
I don't want them stepped on.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I want them to beat me. I like my balls. I don't want my balls stepped through it. Tara, what's your fantasy?
You know what? I want to join the Mile High Club.
Oh,
What's that?
That's when you have sex on an airplane while it's up in the sky.
Ooh, that do sound fun.
Them dirty ass bathrooms. I don't know about that. Them bathrooms be crusty.
You want to do that? You want to do that on commercial or private?
Well, hopefully private, but I mean, you know,
commercial.
If the opportunity arises, you know, you're gonna turn it down or what? I'm gonna take the opportunity.
You want to get flued out?
Gonna be.
You want to get flued out?
Who's doing the flying out?
I mean, well, this is a new segment called Shoot Your Shot.
Hey,
you got my Instagram, right?
Oh, she said you got Instagram, right?
I had your people call my people.
No. Get flued out to South Philly.
She about to call you an Uber.
The luxury one though, huh? Don't ever play with me. Moving right along, bro. Go ahead.
But yeah, you know, we all talk about our fantasies. Tierra want to have sex in the sky. Scotty want the girl to take advantage of him in public.
Well, I did not. I said I want to be the one taking the. Never mind.
Todd's want to be a
That
urinal.
didn't sound right.
V, what's your cash app? And Scoop, we really didn't get to you, Scoop. I feel like
I just want to make it to heaven, man. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like Scoop, you've been like real innocent today.
I just want to see Jesus. That's it.
He said, "I want to see Jesus." I'm done.
I don't want no Togurt like Todd. I'm cool.
Scoop,
no, but 8 girls in one room
OnlyFans.
Does sound like a good time.
Scoop, I feel like you about to drop an OnlyFans, Scoop.
But
Can I ask a question real quick?
That plane shit reminded me of the movie called Beyond the Lights. That's why I said it. You ever seen that movie? That was that shit. But anyway, yeah.
Go ahead.
I just had to throw that out there. What was you saying, Vic?
I was gonna say to the fellas, so like, have y'all ever got y'all Gucci's licked?
Hell no. Don't you come around here with that foolishness.
Yeah, don't you?
Well, I was about to ask you, if y'all can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I was about to ask you, did you try it again with somebody else and get punched in your head?
No, I only did it once. I said that.
You said you wanted to try it.
Guys, I got a confession.
What the fuck you know?
So Keith, you got your Gucci licked?
Guys, I got a confession to me. I got my Gucci licked before, and I liked it.
And that wraps up a whole nother episode.
Hold y'all.
Y'all
know what y'all missing out on.
When I tell y'all, it was on Volcano. Woo!
Wait, can I ask a question? Did you have your names up?
But you,
No.
Your butthole all moist. You had a wet butthole, Keith. You was walking around with a wet butt.
What? Keith, don't let me find out you out here walking around with a wet butt.
You had a wet butt, Keith.
Only got it licked once. And you know, there was I ain't gonna say who did it, it was my baby mom. I ain't gonna say who did it, but like man, it did buy us some more time in our relationship. I said, well, what the fuck was
that? If y'all can hear me, that wraps up a whole nother episode of TalkHvy. Thank you. Once again, I'm your boy Scoop Burgundy.
It's your boy Todd.
Just call me Ro.
It's Scotty.
It's B.
Tierra.
And if you ain't talking heavy, what you talking for?
And that's where we're gonna leave it.
The Scoop Wi-Fi's a little messed up. Want to do it right, you know.